Today we're going to talk about inscribed figures and composition figures. We're going to look at a few examples today, and what we're trying to do is find the area of the shaded region. So if you look here, we have two squares. So we are going to first find the area of the larger square. So that's going to be 8 squared, because it's side times side. So 8 raised to the second power is 64. And then we need to find the area of the smaller square. And that is going to be 4 squared, which equals 16. So to find just the shaded region, we are going to take the larger square minus the smaller square, and that is going to give us 48 inches squared. So the first thing we're going to do is always take the area of the larger shape. So we are going to find the area of the rectangle, which is length times width, which equals 9 times 13, which is 117 meters squared. Then we are trying to find the area of a half circle, but in order to do that, we're going to look at the whole circle and then divide by 2. So area of the circle is going to be pi r squared, which equals pi times our diameter is 7, so our radius is 3.5 squared. So if you plug that into your calculator, 3.5 to the second power is 12.25 times pi, which equals 38.48. And we want half of a circle, so we're going to divide 38.48 divided by 2, which is going to give us 19.24 meters squared. So now we are going to take this number minus this number. So 117 minus 19.24. The area of the shaded region is 97.76 meters squared. Let's look at the next one. We have a triangle and a circle here. So we are trying to put both the triangle and the half circle together. So we know this side is 9. This little part right here is 4. And then we have this radius, which is 3, which means this side is 3. So this altogether is 6. So let's find the area of our triangle first. Is 1/2 base times height. So 1/2, our height, base of our triangle is 6 plus 4, which is 10. The height of our triangle is 9. So you have 1/2 of 90, which equals 45 inches squared. Now, we are going to find the whole circle, then divide it in half, and then add that to the 45. So the circle is pi r squared. So pi times 3 squared is, 3 squared is 9 times pi equals 28.27. 28.27 divided by 2, the half circle is 14.135. So now we can take our half circle plus our triangle, so 45 plus 14.135 equals 59.135 inches squared. Alright, here is our next one. This one is going to look a little different. What we are going to have to do here is first find this area of our square. So the area of our square is going to be 24 squared. which equals 576. Then what we need to look at is this quarter of a circle, this quarter of a circle, this quarter of a circle, and this quarter of a circle will come together to make one full circle. After you see that, this is going to be our diameter of the circle. So the diameter of the circle is 24. So our radius equals 12. And you can see if this is one part of a circle, that is going to be my radius here. So to find our area of our circle, we're going to do pi times the radius squared, which equals pi times 12 squared. So 12 raised to the second power is 144 times pi is 452.389. So we need to now take our entire square and minus it from our circle. So 576 minus 452.389. The shaded region is 123.611 feet squared. All right, this is our last one. This is going to be one of our composite figures. And what you're looking at is you are looking at multiple shapes put together, and you're trying to find the area and the perimeter. So first we're going to look at the perimeter. So we need to look and figure out what sides we have that are missing. So if this whole thing equals 22, this is 7, and this is 10, we need to find out what this part is. So we're going to say 22 minus 10 minus 7, and this part right here is going to equal 5. Then our other part we're missing is this line. So if we find our last missing line, we can look and see that this whole thing right here is 18. We know this little section is 2 and this section is 8, so we can find this missing section. So we are going to take 18 minus 8 minus 2, and this smaller section here is going to be 8 centimeters as well. So now we have all of our dimensions and we can find our perimeter. So we are going to start with 18 and we are going to add every single number. So we are going to say 18 plus 7 plus 2 plus 5 plus 8 plus 10 plus 8 plus 22. So if you put that into your calculator, 8 plus 7 plus 2, that should give you a total of 80 meters for your perimeter. Now what we want to do is we are going to break this up into 3 different rectangles. So we're going to call this rectangle 1, 2, and 3. So our first rectangle, we can see it has I'm going to erase some of these lines so they are easier to see. It has a length of 7 and a height of 18. So we're going to say 7 times 18. And that's going to be 126 meters. Now we're going to look at rectangle 2. It has a length of 5 and a height of 8 plus 8 more, which is 16. So we're going to say 5 times 16, which is 80 meters. And then we're going to look at triangle 3. It has a length of 10 and a height of 8, so 10 times 8 is 80 meters. Now, to find the total shape, we're going to add these all together. 126 plus 80 is 286 meters squared for our area. So make sure you bring these notes tomorrow. We're going to be working with more of these inscribed figures and these composite shapes tomorrow in class.